Hello everyone and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video, where today I'll be teaching you how to make an SSTO. After that, pull up this guy, the MK1 inline cockpit, and this FOT 800 fuel tank. We might be wondering why the inline cockpit and not the regular cockpit. Well, you'll see later. Not now. Slap on two of these FOT 800 tanks. Right, that should be good. Then grab a rapier. Bam. These rapiers, you might be thinking, wow, this already has so much delta V, we can get to orbit. You're wrong. This is air breathing, and it only works in like 30-ish kilometers, up to 30-ish kilometers. After that, it just fails. So, saga mode. Look, only 200, only like 3 kilometers per second of delta V. Bad. So instead of just using closed cycle and being inefficient, grab a shock cone intake so it can still be air breathing most of the ascent up to space, and only when you need your circularization burn you can toggle mode closed cycle. Alright, then grab wings. Wings, you don't want too much of them, but you really need them because for lift. They create a lot of drag, they're bad, they're goofy, they're painful to work with sometimes. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to grab some strip wings type B, place them on there, and some strip wings type A, also place them on there. And there you have it, your side wings. Add some ailerons for control. Ailerons, they are your saving grace for making any sort of flying vehicle other than a rocket. They're very, very important. They're basically like reaction wheels that don't use electricity, which is very cool. But they only work in the space, in the atmosphere. But they're still very important for stability because your plane is just gonna flip out if you don't have any. What it? Okay. Alright, that's fine. Alright, now you added your ailerons to your wings, side wings. Then, depending on the thing you're making, you can just not have a tail wing at all, and like just use it like this. Not recommended from self-experience. Please don't do this. Alright, if you do that, which you shouldn't, like, it's just my opinion, you don't have to not use them. Just do this. That's better. I'm just going to slap on these guys for some extra delta V, and an attached surface for our wheels, which we will add later on. Little bam. Alright. Which wing should we get? What about Delta Wing? That's too big. This guy? Dude, this is supposed to be a tutorial. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, this guy should work. Yeah. And then add the wheels. Two on the back. And one on the front. I know someone who's good at STOs will get mad at me for putting the wheels all the way back over here. Man, I don't care. It can lift off like 97 hours after after it launches. It just needs to take off fine. And I don't know where else to put him. I'm sorry, but yeah. Alright, now you might think we are ready to go. Wrong. This thing over here, the aerodynamic overlay thingy, that shouldn't be here. It should be very, like, almost next to the center of mass, like barely grazing it. For that, I just grab some small delta wings, like that. That's still not enough. Alright, so I'm going to put this back a little bit because it way too much overestimated it too much. Like this. Yeah, that should be fine. We want to get it as close as possible. Like as close. Move the ailerons like this. And that should be your plane. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We have someone like yeah, Jeb is already on there. And launch.